What is up? Troy is here with another VGC video, doing some more ranked battles, and I have a really fun team for you all today. I've been just, I think I said it in my last video, but just really enjoying trying out some new teams, experimenting with Team Builder. I don't like using Showdown really to try any of that stuff out. I don't know. It's more fun to do it in game. So I've been enjoying doing some of that stuff. We got a really spicy team here with Zweilous, Hustle, Life Orb, Outrage is pretty ridiculous. And if actually I did the calculation because I was curious, if I'm going up against an Iron Hands without any defense or HP, if it's one of the Assault Vest sets with just max special defense, max attack, it has a 100% chance to one-shot it with Outrage if I Terra. Which is kind of ridiculous, and nobody really expects it. The team obviously has its weaknesses. Zweilous is unevolved and probably not even the best hustle sweeper out there. But in Trick Room, it's quite decent. It's right around the correct speed tier. Now, I might have mentioned this back in my first video, but I like shiny hunting for my Pokemon. I don't know, it's enjoyable. For me, I just like doing it, at least this series I've been doing it. So none of these are like min speed Pokemon. So I often lose speed ties, which is I guess the main issue of whenever I've tried Trick Room teams. But let's just get into it. I got the rental code in the top right. It's a fun team to use. It's built around getting Trick Room and Gravity off with Bronzong, and then kind of going to work with, I have Hypnosis on Gothitelle, and obviously just all of Zweilous, Amoonguss, Torkoal, Iron Hands, obviously all quite strong in their own regard. So yeah, let's get into it. And like I said, been having a lot of fun with just playing around with new teams. So if anybody's watching this video and wants me to try out a team that they've built, something a little bit different and interesting, I'd love to give it a shot. So hit me up with some rental codes if you have anything in the comments. All right, so let's get into it. Hopefully you enjoy this. I'd like to see, I checked Peakalytics because I wanted to know if anybody else used Zweilous. I've yet to see it. 0.0% usage rate. So hopefully I can spark a movement here. Let's get Zweilous rolling. So this looks like a pretty standard team. Amoonguss can be problematic for this team because obviously it can put everything to sleep. So I don't really want to bring Zweilous to this game, to be honest. It's not super good. I have to lead Bronzong. That's guaranteed. If I don't lead Amoonguss, Gothitelle is probably the best option. Iron Hands is also not bad. Gothitelle is better into Flutter Mane. Iron Hands is better into Rowing Moon. Amoonguss is also not terrible here. Yeah, Amoonguss isn't bad here. Let's just go Amoonguss and Bronzong. And then I need something to sweep. So let's bring Torkoal in the back with... would probably be better here. Iron Hands isn't bad. I really want to use Zweilous. I've played like, I don't know, like 5 games with this team. Every single time I want to bring Zweilous. I just don't think that this is the game for it. If they have a Amoonguss, it's really hard to get around. They have a few other threats for it too. Obviously they can burn it in this one as well as put it to sleep, and Flutter Mane does well into it. So I don't think it just doesn't do well into anything on their team, unfortunately, in this case. Yikes. So that's not what I wanted to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to protect Bronzong, and I am Terra Grass on Bronzong, so I can get the Trick Room off if I want, but probably they might fake out my Amoonguss. There's not really anything they can do if they fake out Amoonguss, so I'm just going to go explore. So block the fake out. I probably go Spore and Bronzong. No, you're going to sleep, sir. It was a good protect. I don't need to use Gravity here. Gyro Ball is honestly also useless in this matchup, so I kind of want to get a free switch here. I'm going to click Trick Room. I think I have to Terra Grass Trick Room. And then nothing else. There's nothing Amoonguss is even doing here. He's not going to click Spore into it. I honestly think Torkoal's a free switch. Okay, so that was probably them. So that was a good start. Okay, so what would I have done in that situation? I think I'd just free switch into Torkoal and then blow up whatever's in the back. I'll just blow up Amoonguss, I think, with Eruption. Yeah. Okay, so that was a good turn one. They just quit, so that's nice. So I'm going to count that as a win. So this team's 1-0 on recording, at least. It's a good start. Yeah, I think it's switching into Torkoal there is pretty free. If I get the Trick Room off for sure, because they're asleep with Iron Hands and Terra Grass on the Bronzong. So I just Terra the Bronzong there. I click Trick Room, and then Eruption just blows up whatever they have. Okay, so another quite interesting team. Well, the last one wasn't interesting, it was pretty standard. So this one's also pretty standard. The only interesting Pokemon I'm looking at is Gothitelle. So I know I have to lead Bronzong. And funny enough, it's actually Heat Proof, which is kind of working against me here because I have Great Tusk. But most people assume it has Levitate, which is nice. And this is another situation, I think, where Zweilous is not great. Iron Hands isn't good either, though. Torkoal is not great because I have Tyranitar. This is a tough matchup. I'm gonna have to start putting things to sleep immediately. And I think the easiest Pokemon to do that with would probably be Gothitelle. So if they go Talonflame and Great Tusk, which I wouldn't be shocked about. This is okay, yeah. Let's just do this. We're going Zweilous because why not? And I think Amoonguss is probably good. So the other weakness this team has is anything that has safety goggles just messes my day up. So actually the 4 Pokemon I brought, I think I told myself not to do this in some of the practice games. I wouldn't bring these 4 very often. Most of the time it ends up being Zweilous having to do everything because I just don't have enough offense. I can put a bunch of things to sleep, but Gothitelle is Psychic and can't really do anything else, so it can be kind of tricky. So they're probably going to try and click their own Fake Out. I can just double protect. That's not great for me. Yeah, this is a tough lead to face. So I'm a slow Gothitelle, but I'm not main speed. I don't know who's going to be slower here. If they click Fake Out into Bronzong, I'm kind of screwed. If they're faster and click Fake Out into Gothitelle, I'm kind of screwed. I mean, them clicking Fake Out into Bronzong is not the end of the world. I think either way I have to Terra, so I should just click Fake Out here, Terra Trick Room. Because Crunch, I think, will one-shot me if it has Life Orb or anything like that. And I obviously built my Bronzong extremely bulky, but I think I just need to Terra here. But I think I'm going to have to eat a Crunch no matter what. So I get the Fake Out at first, which is wonderful. Insurance doesn't pick up the KO. So this is... I wasted my Terra, obviously, but this worked out really well. Because I got Trick Room up. So Tyranitar's not threatening Bronzong very much, but it can't kill Gothitelle. So I need to set up Gravity. The question is what I'm putting to sleep. So if their Gothitelle has Shadow Ball, that's obviously bad. If they want to kill Gothitelle this turn and they have Shadow Ball, they can. Which of these would I rather put to sleep? Probably Tyranitar. Yeah, probably Tyranitar. I need to click Gravity. It's kind of, the issue with Zweilous in this situation is like I have Trick Room set up and I think I'm slower than them. At least I think I'm slower than Tyranitar, but I'm not 100% sure. The Terra Rock, they're probably going Rock Slide. So obviously Bronzong's the slowest one on the field at the moment, but okay. So that's wonderful. Top and bottom. Well, it already did its job, so fine by me. Got Mental Herb, so that's what the Mental Herb's for. The unfortunate thing is I kind of need a free switch here, and I don't think I'm going to get it. So I think I'm just going to put Gothitelle to sleep and start throwing out some Gyro Balls. That was a crit? Interesting. Oh, sleepy time. Okay, so them taking out Gothitelle here wouldn't be the worst thing. Okay, so I'm okay with that. I needed to get in Zweilous while Gothitelle was asleep. And I still have Trick Room turns. So Mugus isn't doing much for me. I already used Terra, which isn't great. Okay, so I have Gravity up, I have Trick Room up. What is the speed of my go? No, I meant to click. So this was the slowest thing in the field with 63. 68. It's probably slower. I don't think Dragon Rush plus Gyro Ball probably kills this. So I think I'm gonna go for that. Oh, yeah, it definitely does. Alright, that's gone. Alright, so Tyranitar down. Hopefully Gothitelle stays asleep. I'm slower than it, so that gives me some useful information. One turn sleep on both of them. Heal Pulse, thankfully doing nothing. So that waking up is super bad for me. Outrage won't get the kill. So this is the issue with this team, right? Like, they have Great Tusk, and I can't get through it because I have no offense. Pretty sure this is the last turn Trick Room 2. Yeah, it is. Okay. I think I need to go for a flinch or something. So we'll go Gyro Ball as well. We just need damage on this. If Gothitelle... Okay, so if it only has Psychic, it could be okay. Because I need to get a Moongus in at this point. If it doesn't have anything that damages Zweilous, it might be alright. Okay, so... Oh, that was... Okay, so we just reversed him. It was ending anyway, so that was a bit confusing. I don't think that thing can touch me. So gravity's about to go down. So I obviously protect Zweilous. And I think I set up my own trick room. And I just kind of hope that this works out in my favor. Perfect. So that doesn't do anything to Bronzong. I'm actually gonna... Oh, they've got to, I forgot. If Great Tusk goes for another Protect, my best case would be to crunch this and set up Gravity. If it attacks me, I'm dead. I think we're just gonna go for this. I'm gonna... Yeah, that's unfortunate. So it's gonna close combat me. I think I'm just dead. So this will get the kill. It's not over, but it's gonna be tough to get through this. Yeah. So Gothitol and the other team being really annoying with this otherwise standard team. They have... Good thing I was Trick Room up, but I have no offense in the back. Bringing Amoonguss here was a mistake. If I had Iron Hands or Torkoal in this situation, well, Iron Hands obviously wouldn't be ideal either, because it can at least do damage to something. Okay. So I'm going to read a Protect on that thing. I'm going to go for Spore. Am I just trying to kill Amoonguss? This is a tough one. I think they're going to Protect with Great Tusk. So my best bet would probably be a Pollen Puff and Gyro Ball. Yeah, Brave Bird and Amoonguss. They really didn't protect. Okay, so how's -2 defense? So what I can do is I can Spore Talonflame. Keep Amoonguss alive. This could come down to sleep turns. I die to another one of those, so I think what I need to do is I need to Protect. I need to hope that Great Tusk goes for a Protect or a Close Combat into Bronzong. And I'm going to need Talonflame to stay asleep for probably 3 turns. It's not over yet. This is a tricky game, though. I think I brought the wrong Pokemon. I think if I had Torkoal in the back, it would have been way over. Like, I just bring in Torkoal and it kills Great Tusk. Okay, so Great Tusk didn't Protect. Earthquake. Okay, so wait a minute. They forgot about Gravity. Interesting. So I think I'm dead here anyway. But if I crit Gyro Ball, I could survive. So, yeah, that's the last turn Trick Room. I don't think it matters. So that was close. Earthquake was a good move on their end. What could I have done? I could have Spored Great Tusk instead of the Talonflame. Yeah. Well played. Close game. So I brought the wrong Pokemon. Still was really close. If I Spored Great Tusk there, he just kills his own Talonflame? No, no, he can't. Obviously, he's asleep. So was I right pollen puffing my Bronzong there? Yeah, I think pollen puff on Bronzong was the play and just Gyro Ball into a Great Tusk. Interesting, so he just killed his own Talonflame. Alright, well that was a fun... So this team's fun to use. It's a lot different. I brought the wrong Pokemon. The issue with that team, like I said, is like I had no offense except for Zweilous. And Great Tusk is a big threat into a decent chunk of the Pokemon I have, so it can be tough to use. Ditto, interesting. So, what do I want to do here? I have not seen anybody using Ditto this format. I don't think it's overly good into my team. So I obviously need my Bronzong, although they have their own Torkoal Trick Room stuff. So maybe I don't want it. You know what I can do? I can go Bronzong, Zweilous, bring a Moongus in the back, and my own Torkoal. So this will let me use just do gravity stuff right away, and they're a Trick Room team. I think they're probably slower than me overall. So I don't think setting my own Trick Room is necessarily like the best thing in the world. Indeed, Torkoal, okay. Follow Me Eruption would be bad. But if he does that, I'm just faster than Torkoal and can kill it later, so... I don't even know if that's gonna... I should probably go for Crunch onto Torkoal just in case it doesn't Eruption. It clicks Helping Hand or something. Yeah, we'll go Gravity Crunch. Protect. Okay. Oh, they went for Trick Room. Well played. Yeah, I should have just went Crunch into Indeed. That was stupid. I was just kind of expecting right away for... I don't know why I expected that. Obviously, they're going Trick Room. I actually think unless they use Helping Hand, that Bronzong tanks this. If they use Helping Hand, obviously it does not. But I'm going to go for my own Trick Room and just protect here. Yeah, I'm done. Even with Heat Proof. Terra Grass is good into a lot of stuff, but doesn't help against other Torkoals. Okay, so I actually survived that. Thank you, Heat Proof. Oh, that's wild. I was not expecting to survive that. That didn't even necessarily look like a roll. Interesting. Okay, so now is a good question of what they're doing. So I have Gravity Up. Trick Room's normal. Gyro Ball's not doing the gosh darn thing. I kind of want a free switch, so I'm just going to let that go down. If they click Follow Me, they click Follow Me. I'm not making the same mistake as the first time. I'm just going to kill Indeedee. Yeah, they probably went for Trick Room. Focus Sash, indeed. It's a good thing I use Gyro Ball. Okay, well, indeed he's down. Flamethrower. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm glad they clicked Flamethrower. So both Trick Room Sitters are gone. I'm gonna bring out my own Torkoal here. So because I have like 3 speed points on my Torkoal, I think that'll kill it. Zweilous doesn't take super effective damage. It can't hit me with psychic moves, and gravity's still up. Crunch should kill it if he doesn't Terra. Earth Power will do a lot of damage into their Torkoal and pretty much make Eruption useless. I'd be surprised if they didn't Terra Armor Rouge here. But if they have to like Terra Grass or something, I don't think they would use it. Alright, let's just go for Crunch. Okay, so they protect Torkoal. Makes sense. Expanding Force could be coming out. Alright, well I outspeed Armor Rouge and killed immediately. Alright, so Zweilous, 2 KOs already. Let's see if we can pick up any more. Even if it doesn't end up being a great team, there's something to be said about Zweilous just sweeping an entire team. Ditto. Okay, well. He wanted to copy the Zweilous. Can't say I blame him. Could be Choice Scarf or something. So I'm locked into Earth Power because I'm Choice Specs, so... I have a Mungus in the back. Mungus walls Zweilous pretty well. I still have Terra. I'm going to protect. Because there's a solid chance that that's a Choice Scarf. Okay, so he protects. Their Torkoal can't. And I have Specs, so I should one-shot their Torkoal. And I expect to be faster. Yep. And that's the one advantage of really it survived. Okay, so Flamethrower does nothing, that's fine. So I'm still locked into Earth Power, but I'm faster in their Torkoal, so... So Gravity returning to normal. Zweilous is now playing with less accuracy. That probably protects, but it has such low HP that I kind of just need damage on this. Okay, so actually they don't have Choice Scarf because they use Protect turn 1. I don't want to lose to a Speed Tie is the thing. I'm just going to click Earth Power into Zweilous, and I'm just going to Crunch into Torkoal just to pick up the KO. So they're probably tearing my Zweilous. Zweilous v Zweilous. Terra Ghost. That's interesting. Ditto keeps its own Terra type, that makes sense. Torkoal protects, yeah, that's expected. I'm locked in Earth Power, so... And if they click Outrage, it could hit Torkoal. Dragon Rush has like 50% accuracy without gravity, so... That's not surprising at all. Okay, so I get a crit. I don't think that necessarily mattered. Since they missed Dragon Rush, they probably don't know that. Is that leftovers on Ditto? Interesting. So I think they just lose. I don't think that mattered. I think even if it killed me, it wouldn't have made a difference. Torkoal would have been able to clean house with a Mungus, just rage powdering it. And if for whatever reason they Dragon Rush, I don't even remember who they targeted, but I'm assuming they targeted my Zweilous. So they miss again. Yeah, they don't understand. 80% accuracy. Well, apparently the accuracy is even worse than I thought. Okay, so that's going down. So, a little bit of a mess. You can see the weaknesses of Zweilous coming out. Gravity is really important. Flamethrower is not going to do anything. It gets a burn though. Every bit of RNG in Pokemon is coming into play right here. But they have a Torkoal with 1 HP, and the one advantage to having a Torkoal with 1 speed point faster than other Torkoal is if you're out of Trick Room, you definitely go before them. Alright. Well, got a win. Okay. Well, that was a fun set of games. The second game, I want to say I definitely would have won if I brought the right Pokemon. The first game ended immediately, but I think we wrapped that up pretty well. Should have seen the rental code initially, like I said. If you have any rental teams you want me to try, I'm more than happy to.